The story behind Joffy TopTiger's rise isn't your typical rap journey. It's a wild mix of mentorship, opportunity, and behind-the-scenes drama that most fans never hear about. Joffy is opening up for the first time about how 50 Cent personally put him on Lloyd Banks' tour, a move that changed the trajectory of his career and gave him a platform that most artists only dream about. But it's not just a feel-good story of a rising artist. There's a twist that involves Frenchie and a failed G-Unit signing, a moment that reveals how loyalty, timing, and decisions in hip-hop can make or break careers. In this video, you'll get the inside scoop straight from Joffy TopTiger himself, the kind of insider insight that fans rarely see outside of documentaries. He breaks down exactly what 50 Cent said, how the tour came together, and the tension that arose when Frenchie's G-Unit signing didn't go through. It's a story filled with high stakes, behind-the-scenes politics, and real-life drama that shows the business side of the rap world isn't always glamorous. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this moment is so important, not just for Joffy, but for anyone following G-Unit history, Lloyd Banks' legacy, and 50 Cent's role in shaping careers. If you're ready to hear the untold story behind the tour, the failed signing, and all the drama in between, stay tuned. This is one you don't want to miss. Right after Joffy TopTiger revealed how 50 Cent put him on Lloyd Banks' tour, it became clear this wasn't just a simple opportunity, it was a defining moment in his career. And it came with layers of tension that most fans wouldn't notice at first glance. Touring with someone like Lloyd Banks under the mentorship of 50 Cent isn't just about performing, it's about proving yourself in the shadow of G-Unit, navigating backstage politics, and earning respect from crews who have seen it all before. Joffy explains that the call from 50 Cent came unexpectedly. One moment he was grinding in the studio, the next, he was being personally invited to join one of hip-hop's most respected tours. But with the excitement came immediate pressure. The streets, the fans, and industry insiders were all watching, evaluating every move, every performance, and every interaction. Being handpicked by 50 Cent meant the world was expecting him to step up and deliver, while also staying aware of how others in G-Unit might perceive him. While the tour itself was a career milestone, it wasn't without its complications. According to Joffy, tensions arose almost immediately when Frenchie's failed G-Unit signing entered the picture. Frenchie, a longtime associate and respected figure, was rumored to be next in line for G-Unit, but the deal never materialized. This caused whispers backstage, with crews questioning loyalties, timing, and decision-making, classic hip-hop politics that play out behind the cameras. Joffy recalls how 50 Cent managed the situation with authority, making it clear who had the opportunity and who didn't, while still trying to maintain relationships with everyone involved. It was a lot of energy, Joffy admits. People were watching, people were talking, and every move felt like it could change the game. The tour itself was intense. Each city brought new challenges, from tight schedules and press expectations to fans scrutinizing his every move. Joffy quickly learned that touring with an established artist like Lloyd Banks meant not only performing at a high level, but also understanding the unspoken rules of professionalism, respect, and street credibility. Meanwhile, the failed Frenchie signing added another layer of complexity. Some insiders say Frenchie felt slighted, while others suggest it was a matter of timing and logistics. Regardless, the tension was palpable. Joffy describes moments where the air backstage was thick with unspoken competition and curiosity, with crew members and other artists observing quietly, trying to read the situation. Beyond the backstage politics, Joffy also highlights the mentorship aspect. 50 Cent didn't just hand him a spot, he coached him, advised him, and made sure he understood the stakes of every interaction. It was mentorship mixed with real-world schooling, how to navigate fame, loyalty, and ambition all at once. He wasn't just giving me a tour, Joffy says. He was showing me how to survive in the game. The combination of opportunity and drama made each stop on the tour a lesson. Fans may have only seen performances and meet and greets, but behind the scenes, there were layers of strategy, observation, and politics at play. Joffy notes that even subtle gestures, a look, a handshake, or the way someone greeted him, could carry meaning. Understanding those nuances became critical, and he credits 50 Cent for teaching him how to read the room. Of course, not everyone backstage was supportive. Some artists and crew members had their own opinions about who deserved a spot or who should have signed with G-Unit. This created an environment where every move was watched, evaluated, and sometimes challenged, forcing Joffy to balance humility with confidence. Even during downtime, the tour was intense. Conversations with Lloyd Banks often revolved around music, performance, and industry strategy, while Frenchie's near signing remained a point of discussion. Joffy shares that these talks weren't confrontational, but loaded with unspoken tension, the kind that only insiders would notice. It was all part of the lesson, he says. You learn who's real, who's strategic, and who's just talking. As the tour progressed, Joffy's reputation grew. He began to understand how opportunity, mentorship, and timing intersect in hip-hop, and how each decision, from 50 Cent's invitation to Frenchie's missed chance, shaped his path. The streets, the fans, and even social media began paying attention, dissecting clips of his performances, interviews, and behind-the-scenes moments. One of the most interesting aspects, according to Joffy, was seeing how industry perception differed from fan perception. Fans often focus on the music or the headline story, while insiders notice subtleties: who's gaining influence, who's making moves, and who's strategically navigating the game. Touring with Lloyd Banks under 50 Cent's guidance put Joffy in the middle of both worlds, learning to balance public performance with behind-the-scenes politics. Despite all the drama, Joffy emphasizes that the experience was invaluable. He grew not only as an artist, but also as a professional who understood the stakes of hip-hop at a high level of visibility and scrutiny. The combination of mentorship, opportunity, and backstage tension created an environment where every lesson mattered and every choice had consequences. By the end of the tour, Joffy had not only proven himself on stage, but had also navigated the complex dynamics surrounding the Frenchie G-Unit drama, solidifying his place as someone who could handle both the spotlight and the subtle politics of the industry. Fans watching may only see performances or headlines, but insiders know that this journey built his reputation, credibility, and understanding of the game in ways nothing else could. This first part of the story sets the stage for the next chapter, the aftermath, the reactions from peers, and how this tour and the Frenchie drama shaped Joffy's future moves in the music industry. What started as an opportunity became a lesson in strategy, loyalty, and survival, and the next part will reveal just how the streets and fans responded to these behind-the-scenes events. Even after the tour wrapped up, the story of Joffy TopTiger's rise and the Frenchie G-Unit drama didn't fade, it evolved. The hip-hop community, especially insiders and crew members, were buzzing. For many, Joffy being handpicked by 50 Cent to tour with Lloyd Banks was impressive, but the shadow of Frenchie's failed signing loomed large, sparking questions about loyalty, timing, and who really controls opportunities in G-Unit. According to insiders, the moment Joffy joined the tour, whispers began immediately. Other artists and crew members speculated about why Frenchie didn't get signed, how Joffy landed the tour, and what it meant for future collaborations. These weren't just casual opinions in the streets and the industry. Every move sends a message, and people were reading between the lines. Some sources suggest Frenchie was frustrated. While Joffy was touring and gaining exposure, Frenchie reportedly felt he had been overlooked despite his contributions and connections. This created tension within G-Unit circles, though much of it was behind closed doors. The drama wasn't explosive in the public eye yet, but those paying attention could see the subtle power dynamics at play. Joffy recalls that he had to navigate this carefully. I couldn't just show up and act like I didn't notice, he said. Every conversation, every handshake, every interaction backstage mattered. He had to balance respect for Frenchie, gratitude toward 50 Cent, and professionalism on tour, a challenge that required both street smarts and industry savvy. Fans online were quick to pick up on clips and stories from the tour. Some praised Joffy's performances, noting his energy and skill, while others dug into the Frenchie situation. Social media amplified speculation. Why didn't Frenchie sign? Was there tension between him and 50 Cent? Was Joffy being used as a replacement or stepping into a role Frenchie missed out on? These discussions added another layer of drama and visibility. Inside the tour, Joffy noticed how every crew member was analyzing him, from how he carried himself on stage to how he handled off-stage conversations. Even minor gestures could be interpreted as signs of loyalty, ambition, or overconfidence. It was clear that touring wasn't just about performing music, it was about reading the room, understanding politics, and protecting your reputation. Meanwhile, 50 Cent continued to mentor Joffy. He offered advice not just on performance, but also on navigating industry relationships, public perception, and potential conflicts. Joffy describes it as a school in real life, where lessons weren't taught in interviews or press releases, but through subtle guidance, observation, and personal example. Frenchie's failed signing created a ripple effect. Some members of G-Unit remained supportive, offering guidance to both Joffy and Frenchie. Others were skeptical, waiting to see how Joffy handled the tour and whether he could earn respect without stepping on toes. It was like walking a tightrope, Joffy admitted. One wrong move, and people would start talking, and in hip-hop, that spreads fast. The combination of mentorship, exposure, and backstage tension made the tour an intense learning experience. Joffy was performing for fans, networking with industry insiders, and simultaneously navigating the unspoken politics that came with being under 50 Cent's wing. Every appearance, every backstage conversation, and every social media post carried weight, shaping how he would be perceived in G-Unit circles and beyond. While fans might see highlights and viral clips, the real lessons happened off camera. Joffy learned who truly respected him, who was calculating, and who was watching closely for mistakes. These subtle observations helped him build street credibility, industry awareness, and confidence, turning what could have been a simple tour into a formative, career-defining moment. Insiders also noted that the tour created an indirect competition dynamic between Joffy and Frenchie. Though there was no overt conflict, comparisons were inevitable. People noticed which performances drew the crowd, how each artist handled interviews, and how they navigated interactions with fans and fellow crew members. The streets love drama, but they also respect skill and professionalism, and Joffy had to prove himself in both arenas. Social media reactions added fuel to the fire. Clips of Joffy performing, behind-the-scenes moments, and subtle references to the Frenchie signing circulated widely. Fans debated whether Joffy deserved the opportunity over Frenchie, while others praised 50 Cent for mentoring rising talent. The digital space became a pressure cooker, amplifying tension and interest simultaneously. By the time the tour ended, it was clear that the story was far from over. Joffy had gained exposure, respect, and crucial industry lessons, but the Frenchie situation remained unresolved. People were still talking, analyzing, and predicting future moves. Would Frenchie push for another deal? Would Joffy continue to rise under 50 Cent's guidance? And how would these events influence G-Unit politics going forward? The story shows that hip-hop isn't just about music. It's about timing, opportunity, loyalty, and perception. Joffy TopTiger's journey on the tour was a masterclass in managing these forces while remaining true to your craft and staying aware of how others perceive your every move. When the tour finally wrapped, Joffy TopTiger returned from the road with more than just a set of performances under his belt. He carried a reputation, credibility, and insight into the inner workings of G-Unit and the hip-hop industry that few outsiders ever get to see. The streets had noticed, the fans had reacted, and insiders had been watching every move, quietly dissecting every gesture, every handshake, and every mention of the Frenchie signing that never materialized. The first thing Joffy noticed was the fan reaction. Clips from the tour went viral, especially moments where he shared the stage with Lloyd or was spotlighted by 50 Cent during performances. Fans praised his energy, skill, and professionalism, giving him a credibility boost that would have taken years to earn otherwise. Yet, in the same breath, discussions about Frenchie's near signing kept the drama alive. Online forums, social media threads, and comment sections exploded with debate. Why didn't Frenchie get the deal? Did Joffy deserve this opportunity more? And what does this mean for G-Unit's future? Inside the industry, reactions were more nuanced. Veterans and peers evaluated not just Joffy's performance, but how he handled himself behind the scenes. Sources close to the tour say that crew members and other rising artists were impressed by Joffy's ability to stay respectful, observant, and confident even amid tension surrounding Frenchie. That ability to navigate the politics quietly yet effectively is exactly what 50 Cent had hoped to instill in him. Frenchie himself reportedly took the news hard. While he didn't publicly lash out, insiders say he felt slighted, having been so close to a G-Unit deal that ultimately fell through. That created an interesting dynamic. Fans wanted a confrontation, but behind the scenes, the tension was mostly silent, subtle, and strategic, exactly how major hip-hop business moves play out. Frenchie's name remained a talking point, giving the tour and Joffy's success an extra layer of narrative intrigue. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's role as a mentor became more evident. He had provided an opportunity, yes, but he also taught Joffy how to navigate scrutiny, respect, and industry politics, lessons that would pay off far beyond the tour itself. From carefully monitoring interactions with Frenchie to observing how peers reacted to Joffy's rise, 50 Cent ensured his protege learned the value of patience, strategy, and reputation management. Back on the streets, Harlem and New York hip-hop fans dissected every social media clip. Some praised Joffy for holding his own under pressure, while others debated whether Frenchie was overlooked or simply unlucky. Commentary channels picked up on the story, turning it into a discussion about mentorship, loyalty, and opportunities in hip-hop. Joffy's journey became both a lesson and a spectacle, reflecting the drama, politics, and stakes that dominate the rap world behind the headlines. From a career standpoint, the tour served as a springboard. Joffy gained visibility not just with fans, but also with industry insiders who now recognized him as someone capable of performing under pressure, navigating complicated dynamics, and staying professional even when stakes are high. The Frenchie drama, while tense, only amplified attention. People wanted to see what would happen next. The experience also shaped how Joffy approached future collaborations and decisions. Having been directly mentored by 50 Cent, he now understood the importance of timing, relationships, and perception. It wasn't just about talent. It was about positioning yourself correctly, understanding loyalty, and reading every situation carefully. That's a lesson many artists learn too late, but Joffy got a front-row seat early in his career. Social media kept the story alive long after the tour ended. Fans debated, created memes, and speculated about what could have happened if Frenchie had been signed. The discussion wasn't just casual chatter. It influenced public perception, potential collaborations, and even future industry negotiations. In a way, the story became a case study in hip-hop politics, showing how opportunity, mentorship, and drama intersect in real time. By the end of it all, Joffy emerged with both exposure and a stronger understanding of the game. He had gained the stage experience, the mentorship, and the credibility that could set the tone for the next phase of his career. Meanwhile, Frenchie's near miss remained part of the conversation, a subtle reminder that in hip-hop, timing, loyalty, and perception can make all the difference. The streets, the fans, and the industry insiders all had taken notes. Joffy's handling of the tour, 50 Cent's guidance, and the Frenchie situation showed that success in hip-hop isn't just about talent. It's about strategy, reputation, and knowing when to move silently while others are watching. As for the legacy of the story, it became a blueprint for rising artists. Opportunities can appear overnight, but how you respond, how you navigate mentorship, and how you handle tension can define your career. Joffy TopTiger's journey on the Lloyd Banks tour, paired with Frenchie's signing, isn't just a headline. It's a lesson in ambition, professionalism, and street-smart strategy, a story that will resonate in hip-hop circles for years to come. And while this marks the end of the tour and the immediate drama, the ripples continue. Joffy's reputation grows, Frenchie's story remains part of G-Unit lore, and 50 Cent's influence as a mentor proves that the right guidance at the right time can change the trajectory of a career. For fans watching and following every twist, the lesson is clear. Hip-hop is as much about relationships, timing, and respect as it is about talent. And for those paying attention, Joffy TopTiger's story offers insight, drama, and proof that the industry rewards those who combine skill with strategy and patience with execution. Now that you've seen the full story of Joffy TopTiger's tour, 50 Cent's mentorship, and the Frenchie G-Unit drama, it's your turn to weigh in. Comment below. Do you think Joffy deserved this opportunity over Frenchie? Who handled themselves better behind the scenes? Fans are debating this across social media, and we want your take. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this inside look into hip-hop politics, mentorship, and street-level drama. Subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos like this, where we break down behind-the-scenes stories from the hottest rap beefs and industry moves. Share this with your friends who follow G-Unit, 50 Cent, and the next generation of rising stars. Remember, this story isn't just about performances. It's about strategy, loyalty, timing, and how the game really works behind the cameras. Stay tuned, because in hip-hop, every move counts, every decision matters, and the drama never truly ends.